And we talking about like little poison ivy too, you know what I'm saying? We don't want to touch that because the itching you can flare up real bad. But these boys went to a thorn tree. Yeah. A huge tree. Got the poison out of the tree. Oh Lord, the tree got poison in it, y'all. And then the elders went back and, you know what I'm saying, the lady, she's tasting it to see if the poison's still in there.
Yeah, so it must not be harmful to humans.
She spit that out quick. That bitter taste.
Okay.
What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchets REACT, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we're back with another American reaction.
Yes, yes.
Super excited about this video. If you're new to us
and we're new to you,
make sure you scroll down,
hit that subscribe button,
and turn on the post notification bell
because we're on the road to 200K.
And we cannot get there without you guys, all right? Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
In this video, you'll see how Africa's last hunter-gatherer tribe makes a toxic poison to kill their prey. Poison that can take down animals like this.
This is insane.
Even though hunting here is an ancient practice, the hadzabe have developed sophisticated tools to take down anything from a delicate bird to a towering giraffe. On my third and final day with this tribe, I'm on a mission to dive deeper into this hunting lifestyle.
Do you think you will live this way the rest of your life?
But first, breakfast. A modest breakfast of leftover monkey meat will sustain them until lunch.
A couple nights ago, there was a hyena in the camp. You guys have a clip springer just hanging from a tree. Are you ever worried about animals coming into your camp to take your food?
No animals, they're afraid because they have bow and arrows, so they can shoot with their bow and arrows.
Here, making and refining bows and arrows is the morning routine. Those who acquired the monkey's tails from yesterday's hunt use its skin to decorate bows and keep any split in the wood from spreading.
They slit part of the skin in half, and then they slide it down onto the bow staff. They cut it off, and so it creates these little like ringlets. You know, it looks really cool. I mean, the monkey probably wouldn't be a fan.
Others start new bows from scratch. While there is no rule against women hunting, Hadza bows draw between 50 to 100 pounds of force, which restricts most women from participating in the single mode of hunting used here.
Okay.
However, the bowstrings are only made by women, traditionally using the ligaments of large animals.
And then on this side, they're making kind of a small bow. Where will these bows end up?
They give to their little boys.
Bows and arrows are the first toys a Hadza boy receives, a practical gift to prepare them for the brutal hunter-gatherer life ahead.
Nah, that's not bad.
That is just so wholesome. Think about the kids. Look, play with this.
Yeah, but their heart is always in the right spot.
Yes.
Real talk. Okay, so the woman cannot hunt, but they do make the parts. And I think he was saying they use the string from animals.
Yeah.
I wanted to say that's what I just heard, but I'm thinking like I'm trying to calculate like how are they able to do that? Like it's creative.
Yeah, it is. And the fact that they're way out wherever they are and have developed this whole system of living.
Yeah, yeah.
That's interesting.
You know, nearby you is the Datoga people. They're very pastoral. They have a bunch of animals, cows, goats, and so on. And you interact here and there. What do you like about your lifestyle versus what you witness or what you see from the Datoga people?
The special thing for them is to hunt. They like to live in this life. They don't want to be changed. But they like other people like Iraq or Datoga because they get some stuff from this tribe.
Despite living a nomadic hunter-gatherer life, the Hadzabe maintained a trading relationship with neighboring tribes. Tobacco and metal arrows are valuable goods they can only get through trade. But a Hadza arrow is more than just metal and wood. Shaving, heating, and straightening is required for all arrows. But each arrow has a unique tip suited to hunting a different creature. Gofufu walks me through his personal collection.
Ufufu, that's his name. And then I have no idea what else he just said.
He said, I'm going to explain about the different arrows. This one, it's called udunduako.
This is like a corn cob and then just kind of a piece of wood.
They use for the small birds and also for the small animals like squirrel, the bush baby, and the sound of the bird. They said when they shoot it, the bird is still alive. Just take it and bite it to finish, and then they put under the belt. This one they use for the rock hyrax, and also they use for the mongoose because you can see the small things here.
Right, there's like a hook.
When they shoot small animals, so they can pull from the hole or inside the caves.
It's like a hook.
This arrow is called kasama. He mentioned two animals and they use for this arrow. The one is bush pig. When they shoot the bush pig, so this arrow is very sharp, so it goes inside and destroy inside.
That was such epic storytelling. What is the biggest animal that you've ever seen hunted?
The big animals he killed is antelope. He talked about this arrow they use for the big animal, the poison arrow.
Poison is what allows a hadzabe to transform simple arrows into a deadly threat for larger prey. But where did they get the poison? And how did they make it? Equipped with a steel pot, the hunter...
First of all,
Wow.
these people are smart. They, like, for real, they know how to survive and get done what needs to get done. Like, I'm so intrigued by this.
Yeah, because they use every arrow for a certain style of animal. Big, small, and now we're about to dive into the poison arrows.
Yeah.
Yeah, very interesting, very different, very thoughtful. It's like they put a lot of thought into it. It's, like you said, they have a system. They say they don't want to be changed. See, don't
People
come.
alone.
Don't do it.
head into the nearby forest. Here, each member attends to a different task. On one side, Landa, the sharpshooter, and Dunha, the mentee, start a small fire. A little further away, Ufufu is crafting a wooden stake. While Chaba and Sakuro inspect a desert rose tree. This tree will soon become a deadly poison capable of taking down a giraffe or a zebra.
Golly.
Back at camp, the women warm up their outdoor kitchen for lunch prep. The remaining Klipspringer from the previous day's hunt is portioned. The rest is tossed back on the tree for future use. Quimbelie checks for any remaining poison in the meat. If it's bitter, she spits it out and moves on.
Bro, I'm in tears, bro, because I'm like, yo, these folk really different.
Yeah, we gotta
Bro,
hold up.
what the?
She's checking it by tasting it.
Hold on. You mean to tell me that out here we looking at, like, you know, we're avoiding any animal species that could be poison, insects and things of that nature.
From the arrow.
And we talking about like little poison ivy too, you know what I'm saying? We don't want to touch that because the itching you can flare up real bad. But these boys went to a thorn tree.
Yeah.
A huge tree. Got the poison out of the tree. Oh Lord, the tree got poison in it, y'all. And then the elders went back and, you know what I'm saying, the lady, she's tasting it to see if the poison's still in there.
Yeah, so it must not be harmful to humans.
She spit that out quick. That bitter taste.
Okay.
Yo, okay.
Bitter toxin is the same one these hunters are making now.
I thought it would be something that's in the leaves. Maybe I've seen too many movies. They're looking for something that's within the tree, almost like...
See?
How they knew it was in the
We was
tree?
the same.
See, we thinking it's something in the trees. I mean, not in the trees, the
leaves. Yeah, because yeah.
That's why I say I love watching like the nomadic people across the world because the way they find things out. I always want to know who was the first person. How y'all figured it out?
Pass down information. Gonna keep your set for real.
Sap, a latex type material. They're gonna extract that and then somehow convert that into a poison that can go on the tip of an arrow and then hopefully into an animal.
Using the stake, Chaba pierces the tree.
Like how you gonna look for it?
Though this desert rose tree is
You know what I'm
native,
thinking about? I'm thinking about the Canadians with the maple tree.
Oh,
with the
the
syrup.
sap.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, how can you go to something and know it's there. Like, where did that start from?
Yeah,
Who was the
we wanna
first
know the
person
origin story.
who knocked on wood and
I
be
think
like,
something's in there.
something's in there. Let's test it out.
Africa, most who pass by it would never guess the dangerous compounds that can be unlocked from within. With a piece of cloth, they squeeze the tree's pulp, retrieving its liquid.
That easy. The tree's that easy. It's just
Back at camp, the chopped klipspringer is washed thoroughly and brought to a boil. Quimbley carries out the tedious task of skimming any hair from the water's surface. A few steps away, the dogs enjoy their own morning treat. In the forest, things are also heating up.
The poison, it's in the pot. They had to boil it for about an hour. It's not exactly about making it hot, but about boiling away the water. That way it'll become thick and they can actually properly apply it to their arrow tips as needed. Since we have the time, I wanted to ask the chief a few more questions. First of all, what makes a good chief?
The best hunter who hunt a lot of animals.
Are you the best hunter here? Can you say that?
Say yes.
Do they agree? I'm curious because you guys hunt so many different types of animals. Even in just the time I've been here, you've got 3 monkeys. But you know, it takes a lot of time for animals to reproduce, to grow, especially to become viable for consumption. Over the years that you've been hunting or over your lifetime, is it harder to get animals now than when you were younger?
In wet season, they can find a lot of animals, but in dry season, sometimes they don't find it.
Centuries ago, seasonal changes didn't present a challenge to the hadzabe as they moved according to animal migration. These days, the lands they once roamed are owned, protected, fenced, paved, or cleared for crops. If animals migrate into government-controlled reserves, they cannot follow. When the poison reaches the desired thickness, it's scraped from the pot. The hunters head back to camp. Cha'aba softens the poison paste by rolling it in ash and smashing it with a stone. They carefully wrap the paste around the arrow behind the tip. Once the arrow pierces an animal's skin, the poison will absorb into its bloodstream, dropping smaller animals within minutes and larger animals sometime over the course of the day.
You know how strong poison is? And I was just thinking about that. Like, when you get bit by something and it has poison in it, it has to spread through your body.
Yeah.
And then you get into this feverish thing. And then you start to faint and feel, you know, exhausted. And your body
tired.
shuts down.
And sometimes it's quick.
And sometimes it's quick. This is from a tree, y'all. Like,
Y'all knew.
think about that.
Y'all knew it was in the tree? Because I didn't know it was in the tree.
I didn't know that. I mean, I knew that we have a unique planet. I mean,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong.
Yeah, but I'm saying...
This is different, though.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, let's talk about walking in the woods.
Mm.
Would you just think that tree right there is poisonous? We'll notice it by the leaves, but not just a regular tree.
A whole tree.
You know? Yeah.
While the men finalize their weapon making, the women finish meal prep. Markalitico washes the cooking pot inside and out, the very same pot used to cook the poison. Ugali is a corn flour mixed with water and stirred until it's solid and smooth like sticky mashed potatoes. It's a common staple in many parts of Africa. But how did it end up here? In fact, how did this isolated society acquire steel pots, genes, or even the permission to live and hunt amongst the animals in Africa's wild? Allow me to pull back the curtain. In order to preserve the hadzabe way of life, Tanzanian authorities and NGOs have provided them with substantial goods, including corn flour, salt, the clothing they wear under their animal hides, and even nylon for bowstrings. In addition, the hadzabe are the only people not taxed by the national government.
Oh, wow, that's even better. I love when I see things like that, you know, because I feel like, because we know the history, well, some of the history of Africa being colonized and all that, I feel like people have a right, a universal right, to live how they want to live. If they don't want to be included in society, they shouldn't have to be forced to be.
100%. Nah, you're right about that, because society paints a picture that if you don't have the cars, the house, the luxury of it, then you're not winning. You're not surviving correctly.
Right.
And
That's
what is the
us in
correct
our
mindset?
minds.
What is the correct mindset of survival?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You obviously have a sort of world.
Right.
Because everybody have their own technique of what success look like and what survival is. And a lot of people can't even go to them type of parks and do what they do.
Exactly. And
Sure.
it's commendable that the government is providing them with resources.
Big respects. Yeah. Big
a
facts.
lot. We got homeless community in the U.S. Okay, we ain't gonna go there.
Girl.
Just for myself to come here, I paid for pricey permits that directly fund efforts to sustain this fading culture.
You know what? I am gonna go there.
That's crazy.
We have what is not considered. We have a homeless population problem in the U.S. And it's hard to provide resources to every last person. If the people are allowed to live the way they want to live and the government is providing resources for them, why is it such a problem here? Our people don't want, majority, I can't really speak for the whole population, but our people want to be off of the streets.
It would be a good look, and it's preferable that no one wants to live like that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a common thing. Like, nobody wants to have to sleep under a bridge, or sleep on the tent, or sleep on the cement, or on a bench at the bus stop with a blanket on.
And get their tents bulldozed when they go out the next day and come back home to everything just destroyed.
Yeah.
That furthers the problem. And I'm not comparing homelessness to the nomadic people. I am comparing the systems. That's what I'm comparing. I have to commend them for that.
Yeah, because they get to live. You know what I'm saying? How they really choose to live.
Right.
And not be an issue towards the people, the community, or the government. Better yet, the government says, oh, you know what?
We're going to help.
I'm going to help you for that. You know what I'm saying? So.
It is my final meal with the tribe here.
Uh-oh.
If we were in the U.S., this would be enough meat for about 2 people. They're not eating huge quantities of meat. It's almost like they just want to flavor the ugali and enjoy just enough meat to get enough protein and enough satisfaction. But you don't see anyone really gorging themselves on meat alone. The chief has offered for me to partake. This looks like part of the backbone, maybe? Part of the shoulder?
Because he said in the U.S. that would have been enough for just 2 people. What he's saying is we eat a lot.
Yeah.
Like, we really have morning, supper, dinner, snack. This snack, that snack, it's like, and then you have some people who say, you know what, I'm cool with eating just 1 time a day, a big meal a day, snack here, snack there, and I'm good. They have a whole tribe, and they have like a pot of food, and they sharing. You know what I'm saying? Their system of how they intake on food is probably norm to them to say it don't need to be I have my big old plate to myself, and you know what I'm saying? It's like, that's just how their body is, wired to eat.
Yeah, we greedy here.
Yeah.
We are.
Blade? Oh, this maybe it's dry aged on the tree overnight. It is super gamey and actually tastes a lot more like mutton or goat or something like that today. And grandmother picked out a lot of the hairs. Well, there's a handful of hairs still on here. Have you ever gotten sick from the food you've cooked?
If they feel like stomachache, they can find their local medicine.
I know they moved to this spot about 2 months ago, and eventually they're going to move to the next spot. When will you move from this camp to a different camp?
It depends. If they still find the animals around, they will still live in the same place. But if not, they have to move.
About every quarter, hadzabe groups move camp to avoid overhunting or foraging in any one area. But the more their hunting land is lost, the sooner their culture will be squeezed out of existence. But hope is not lost. By 2011, the hadzabe were entitled to 57,000 acres of land. It was the first time Tanzania had ever recognized a minority tribe's land rights. Those numbers pale in comparison to their ancestors. But the hadzabe are the land, and as long as there's land, there's hope.
One last bite with the ugali. I got some of the broth here. Not bad. That is it for me. It is bittersweet. I've learned a lot, and I know that I also know almost nothing. There's just so much here. It's so different. It's so unique. It's such an interesting lifestyle.
The hadzabe carry with them a living history. I don't have to wonder how man survived thousands of years ago. Here, I can see it for myself.
That's a word right
Far
there.
from superficial expectations and modern gadgets, here I've found humanity in its purest form. It's contained within the interactions of those who lead you, those who help you, and those who need your help.
I do want to attempt to say in the local language, thank you. Gobea. Gobea.
Nubea.
Gobea. 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 Ja'aba. Gobea.
Come on, man. Bro, he ate that, bro.
It's beautiful.
He said, I'm going to just go ahead and say how he said that the more we watch, the more we learn that we don't know half of nothing. Like, this stuff is wild, bro. The more got their own land.
Yeah.
The more got their own
land
acres.
rights. That's beautiful.
That's what's up.
I'm touched. I need a moment to collect my thoughts on this. But this is cool. This is interesting to watch. Let us know if you knew about this tribe and their rights. Let's dig into it.
Let's see.
All right. All around the world. Let us know. So we hope you guys enjoyed this video with us. Like this video, subscribe, turn on the post notification bell. We have enabled our super thanks if you like to support the channel that way, as well as our reaction request form is in our description box below. We'll see you soon.
Peace.